Hi, my name is Fasil. Fasil in Spanish means easy, French means easy, English means hard to get. Women that talk to me. Yeah, if you believe that, you might as well believe I may look Pakistani, but I'm actually Irish. And Donald Trump just converted to Islam. So he can now marry multiple wives. So when I was growing up in the United States, my mom's like, when you grow up, I want you to be a doctor. I go, I'd rather be Caucasian. The best place to take a woman out to a first date is at a sports bar, because that way if it's not working out, you won't be the only loser. My friends have met their wives through a blind date. So like, Fasil, we should go on a blind date. I don't do that because in my country, that's called an arranged marriage. That joke kills in Pakistan. Clap it up if you're married. Right. A lot of people married here. So how long have you two been married for? They're legal. The marriage is officially legal. How did you two meet originally? All right, so let me tell you about this. My friend in college paid women to hang out with him. I'm like, that's not how financial aid works. So I asked this question all over. I met a couple that was married for 60 years. I go, what's your secret? She goes, he's never around. He passed away 59 years ago. My friend Tony, she's a divorce attorney. Benefits of being friends with a divorce attorney are that she knows a lot of single people, single women, with low expectations, and it doesn't take much to impress them. Hashtag alimony. I have a joke about motivation. I don't feel like telling it. I always treat others as I want to be treated, which is why I don't talk to anybody. Now I know where my antisocial people are at. After this show, we'll make sure to not talk to each other. I can't stand racism. There are times when people look at me and they're thinking either terrorism or tikka masala. It's not fair. There's a huge shortage of pilots in this country. So I'm about to become your aviation recruiter. No, not pilot, obviously. I'm sorry for that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna recruit all pilots here that are Pakistani. That way it messes with the TSA that's going to be all Indian. And the passengers will be confused. It won't matter though, because they're flying Frontier. So it'll be delayed. Hashtag, at least we're not Spirit. My next Halloween costume is gonna be a snooze button. That way women will start hitting on me. I love St. Patrick's Day. My favorite part about St. Patrick's Day is going up to a drunk person saying, oh my gosh, you're Irish also. April Fools. The best day to propose to someone is on April 1st, because if she says no, April Fools. The real reason that I want to be in a relationship is that if I'm talking to a woman and she's rejected me, I'll be like, look, I'm already in a relationship. I was just trying to sell you a timeshare. I love Father's Day. My favorite part about Father's Day is the end of the day when I don't get contacted by any kids. I dodged the bullet. I did have it one time where a kid contacted me on Father's Day, called me daddy, but I'm like, that's not me. You must have me mistaken for Ray Romano. I'm sure the pandemic was a hard times for everybody, but there were some benefits of the pandemic to me. Because of that time, I was forced to do stand-up comedy shows at home on Zoom. As a result, I saved thousands of dollars on cologne. The pandemic also benefited ugly guys, because back in the day, I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. According to CDC guidelines, it's 6 feet away. Also, during that time, if you bought 3 nights on a cruise line, you would get another 14 for free. Hashtag quarantine. This joke is sponsored by Pfizer. I know because I'm a doctor. Another benefit of the pandemic is if during that time I saw a woman take off her mask that really got my attention, it's got to be because I'm Muslim. It's a hijab, that's how that works. I'll give you a 30-minute Islamic session after this show. You learn all about the Islamic culture and its faith. This is perfect. During the pandemic, I was running, and she was running towards me, but she was wearing a mask. So she took off her mask, and she threw it away. I'm like, oh wow, just like that? I even have to buy you a drink? Actually, I feel violated. If all goes well, we can take it to another level, and she can show me her ankle. The type of woman I'm attracted to is someone that lives at least 3 hours away from me. Because if she goes, I love to travel, I'll be like, prove it. She's now my Uber driver. My friend, so my style of comedy is geared towards intelligent people, which is why Daytona hates me. I don't care, I'll still tell that joke in Daytona. They won't get it. My friend told me that her biological clock was ticking, so I sent to California to save her 3 hours. If you don't get that joke now, just give it another 3 hours. Unless you're from Daytona. Then you should look for someone to help you count to 3. Not to brag, I did a good deed the other day. I was at a gas station, this woman needed my help. There was a frog on the roof of the car. So I do this. As a result, the frog goes through the window and into the car. So I taught her to trust no one. I lived in Miami, I loved it. My friends say, why when there are other cities with less traffic and a better cost of living? Reason that I enjoy living in Miami so much, because in Miami, there's no racism. Everyone down there is equally rude to each other. I especially like how the white people down there handle being a minority. Hashtag Hunger Games. My friends say the best looking women are from Miami. I disagree. I feel there are pretty women everywhere. Miami to me has the best plastic surgeons, which is perfect for me because I'm a doctor. Open wide. I figured out how to actually make Miami great again. What we need to do is build a wall between Miami and the rest of Florida, make Cuba pay for it, deport people that drive slow in the fast lanes to Fort Pierce, and punish convicted criminals by forcing them to find affordable housing anywhere on this island, whatever you call it, Vero Beach Islands. Let's see how they're living it up. So I'll be honest with you. This woman actually asked me if I voted for Donald Trump. I'm a Pakistani Muslim that loves Mexican food. Of course I voted for Trump. I know he's gonna take care of me by deporting me back to my birthplace of origin, Hawaii. Hashtag free flight. Here's some ridiculous advice I actually got from somebody. I had advice from a guy in terms of meeting the right woman. He's like, you should go after bisexual women. I'm like, what? Not only am I going to compete against guys for women, but now guys and women for women? Plus, women have something that I don't. A personality. Unlike most guys, I'm into the F word, finance. I figured out a way for you all to double your income. Be single. I have a joke about motivation. I don't feel like telling it. So as a Muslim, I'm allowed to marry up to 4 wives. I don't do that because I can barely handle one. Plus, I don't want to move to Utah. Hashtag Mormon. So benefits of being this religion are that I'll never have to worry about getting a DUI. I won't ever have to fly up to New Jersey in the frigid winters for Christmas. And I'll save thousands of dollars on Hanukkah gifts. It's never too late to convert to Islam. Have I persuaded you, sir? You can marry up to 4 wives. He's like, yes, sign me up. So also, being part of this religion, I can't eat meat like beef or chicken unless it's halal or kosher, which is why I go to McDonald's, because the meat there isn't real. I tried looking for the right woman all over, clubs, churches, even middle schools. There are single middle school teachers out there attracted to Pakistani comedians that look like Ray Romano and sound like Napoleon Dynamite. Not to brag, my middle school is ranked first in the nation in teenage pregnancy, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it. So my friend David, ever since he got a girlfriend, it changed his life. Because of her, he went from 10K all the way up to 50K in debt. He goes, Fasil, the reason that you're still single is because you tried too hard and you just let her come to you. I'm like, yeah, right. I could stay at home for the rest of my life. Only way I'd find her is if I was attracted to UPS delivery people, Uber Eats delivery drivers, or trick-or-treaters. I went on a date with this woman. I asked her what I'm looking for in a guy, what she's looking for in a guy. She said she's looking for someone that's a good listener. I go, she has a better chance of finding true love in that case if she was lesbian. I went on a date with this other woman. She goes, if stand-up comedy doesn't work out for you, what's your backup plan going to be? I go, you. She goes, in that case, I'm rooting for you to get a Netflix special. That way I can Netflix and chill with my future boyfriends. I went on a date with this other woman. I met her through this dating site called Match. I met her to a comedy show. She goes, can I bring a friend with me? I'm like, yeah, sure, because that way if it doesn't work out, I have a backup plan. So it's the night of the date, and she brings her mother with her. Wow. She's clearly trying to do that to test me, but I'm happy she did that because she brought someone even more attractive with her to the show. So towards the middle of the date, they're getting me to buy them drinks bottomless, probably because when they were looking at my online dating profile, They thought I was a doctor when they saw me wear my white lab coat and stethoscope. It was my Halloween costume. Then at the end of the date, I realized that the woman that I actually matched with was the mother. Yeah, that was a super old profile picture. She catfished me. So catfishing is when you see someone on an online profile picture, they look nothing like that on the date. So that happened to me with a woman. I lasted for like maybe 5 minutes, looked at my watch, I'm like, I have to get going. She goes, it's Sunday. I'm like, I'm going to church. Time to convert. Then a couple weeks go by, and I got this urge to want to start doing stand-up comedy and telling jokes. So she goes on stage and she goes, I don't understand why guys keep rejecting me. I'm gonna start being bisexual. And I'm like, I think women will be rejecting you too. Like if she really wants to get results, she should get plastic surgery to look like that profile picture from 10 years ago. I don't get why people do that, why they catfish. I'd rather just put a picture of myself 50 pounds heavier online. That way when I see her in person, she goes, you look amazing. I'll be like, I know, I've been working out just for you. My addiction is working out. Benefit of working out is that I could lift things easier that were once heavy. For example, I could lift my feet without my knees hurting. Clap it up if you like cats over dogs. Wow. That's the appropriate reaction to that joke. She's probably like the only single one in here. Clap it up if you like dogs over cats. Wow, that beats it out by a good amount. All right, but you cat lover, there's a benefit to having cats over dogs. Cats are independent creatures. So you can leave them inside, go outside, and play with dogs. So my friends were giving me advice, they're like, Fasil, in terms of finding the right woman, they're like, Fasil, you should go on Tinder, even you can get laid on that site. I'm like, oh yeah? Challenge accepted. To those of you that do not know what Tinder is a dating app where hookups go bad and they become relationships. So I tried out Tinder for 3 months and I got my first match. It was from a Tinder bot asking me if I want to shut my profile down due to lack of activity. Of course not, I'm no quitter. So I grinded it out for 3 more months and I got a live match. Not to figure out how to tell my mother that she never has to contact me on Tinder to invite me over for dinner. But for real, I did match with a woman on Tinder. Her name was Erin. She talked to me 3 times, then she ghosted me. She disappeared from my life forever like I wish a Jehovah's Witness would. I met this annoying Jehovah's Witness. She told me she believed in suicide. I go, really? Prove it. There's a positive side to this story. As a result, I'm now a motivational speaker. So after she ghosted me, I was living in Miami. I ended up wanting to move up to Fort Lauderdale. So I'm contacting a real estate agent. Hey, can you help me find listings where single women lived? She kept sending me places where lesbians lived. That's right. Things got so bad for me at one point in terms of meeting the right woman that I started going on lesbian dating apps. That way I know which woman to not hit on when I see her in public. So I move up to Fort Lauderdale and a package comes to my place. It's a Victoria's Secret package, which does not make sense because I'm a single male. So I'm looking at this package and it's for Erin. The woman that ghosted me on Tinder used to live in that apartment. Well, at least she's not a pilot from Daytona. So then I find out she worked at a hotel near where I live. So next day I go to the hotel, I ask for her, I give her the package and I leave. More of the story is it's okay for a Pakistani to give an American an unmarked package and not be a terrorist. So then I tried out this other dating site. It's called Bumble. Bumble is like Tinder, but it's yellow. The way Bumble works is if I swipe right and a woman swipes right, we become a match. But the woman has to initiate the conversation. Women love initiating the conversation almost as much as a guy likes holding his purse in the mall the whole time. So that gets me thinking, if two women swipe right on each other, who starts the conversation? The one with balls? So I continue the dating version of Bumble, and a guy swipes right on me. I'm like, that doesn't make sense, so I report him. Because it's clear he's trying to use me for my all-American Midwestern look. Other day, I was performing at a comedy show. This woman yells, "I love Pakistani men." I go, "I love women that don't yell during comedy shows." She goes, "I'm a man. Remember me from Bumble?" "Oh yeah, I do. You're the Pakistani pilot from Daytona." So I reported him. This show is being sponsored by Daytona. Every time I say it, they pay me $1,000. So my friend, his girlfriend is giving him so much trouble that every time they bicker, he ends up going to work. He's unemployed. Things got so bad for me at one point in terms of finding the right woman that I, a Muslim, went out on Christmas Eve to a Jewish singles event in Daytona. So I was talking to this woman for 10 minutes, probably because she thought I was a doctor. She goes, "What's your name? Where you're from?" I go, "My name is Fasil. I'm Pakistani. What about you?" She goes, "I'm not interested." What a coincidence. That's a common first name for most women from Daytona. I, a Muslim, want to marry a woman who's spiritual, her mom's Christian, and her dad's Jewish. That way our children could be confused. I'm a high energy comic. It takes a lot of energy to disappoint you. I have to give it to you. You guys are killing it as an audience. I love it. I love that your energy matches mine. This is perfect. It gives me more time to tell jokes. So this is awesome. Let's transition into a smooth segue and just talk about racism. Other day, I was coming back from a comedy gig, and I was trying to park in my parking spot, but I couldn't because there were ducks all over my spot. And this woman's just feeding ducks. And I put my car window, I'm like, "Hey, is it really necessary to feed ducks right here?" She's like, "What, you don't like ducks? Ducks are animals. Animals are better than your people." I guess she doesn't like smart people. So 2 weeks go by, and I never see her again. I was hoping that she got deported to Daytona. But it turned out the ducks ate her. I'm turned off by arrogant people. I once met this person who was super arrogant. He told me he became successful with nothing but a positive attitude, clothes on his back, and $100,000. Wow, that's impressive. So you met this gorgeous woman and married her because of her charisma, charm, or the fact that she's your sister and you're both from Alabama? He goes, "Joke's on you, sir. We're actually from Daytona." Should have figured. So I'm curious about you two. I'm assuming you guys are married or conjoined twins. So what's going on here? 20 years? 20 weeks? All right, 20 weeks of dating, I guess. Online dating, that's how they met. They met through Tinder. This is a Tinder couple. So how did you two meet for real though?
At a car show.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so now she's taking him for a ride. These are great sales skills, so this is perfect. Exactly. I know. I can tell. You're a smooth criminal. I don't know what to say. Michael Jackson. All right, if someone else that's married, please. That's it. You guys are like, I don't know. All right, married to your job does not count, sir. Right. Okay, so how did you meet your person? Prank phone call. All right, you know what? Let me guess this dynamic right here. They met through work. He was the boss, she was the employee. But she now got herself promoted and a raise on top of it. All right, here's some advice for you. If you ever see a Pakistani at a party, don't go up to him and be like, hey, my drink's kind of warm. Do you know where ice is? This actually happened to me. I'm like, I have no idea because I'm Brazilian. Am I Brazilian? I just talked about being Pakistani, but whatever. If you want me to be Brazilian for the second, I can. But not to brag, I'm killing it. Other day, I'm in a town far away, Stewart. This woman stopped me because I was walking by, and she's like, oh my gosh, you look so familiar. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm killing it as a monochromatic shirt model. So she's asking her husband to take pictures of us together. She goes, I loved you on that episode of Everyone Loves Raymond. I'm like, I'm actually Cake Boss. She's like, you look like my doctor. I'm like, open wide. Do me a favor, get out your phones real quick, go on Instagram, and follow me at Fasilicious. It's real. It's real. I know you guys, Fasilicious. But here, so as comedians, we sell merch. It helps help me pay for gas, I guess, since I live in Fort Lauderdale. So it's this shirt, it says, I'm a doctor. With this shirt, you will get great customer service wherever you go, even Comcast. I'm selling this other shirt, treat others as they want to be treated, don't talk to them. This is the perfect shirt to wear when you're sitting on the middle seat of an airplane. To all my fellow antisocial people. And then this one's a donations. It's like Bumble is like Tinder, but it's yellow. Anyone hear that phone ring? I felt like I got back into the 1960s. I remember there's a phone booth in the corner that I don't know about with a yellow pages phone book. I forgot, this is Vero Beach. This is Aubrey County. I'm from Fort Lauderdale. All right. My ex-girlfriend, let's talk about that. I didn't want this juicy stuff. So my ex-girlfriend broke up with me because she was worried that if I became a big star, she couldn't handle being the center of attention. I go, honey, you have nothing to worry about. Because with my luck, I'll end up with a Pakistani pilot from Daytona. So my other ex-girlfriends, this guy kept messaging her. It was getting annoying. She wanted to know how to make him stop. I'm like, just text unsubscribe. I met her off of this dating app. It's called Hinge. Hinge is an acronym for happiness is never gonna exist. So in order to get a response, you have to leave a compliment. The compliment she left me was, you're too smart to be from Daytona. So I paid for 6 months of Hinge Premium. We became exclusive month 1. So I got 5 months that are about to go to waste. So I'm giving her my phone, like my dating profile. I'm like, here, let's see how you do in terms of matching with women. She's doing a really good job, and she's ghosting them because it's my profile. So I'm like, honey, Why are you doing that? She's like, because I respect your Islamic religion. I'm trying to help you get 3 more wives. I'm like, you don't need to do that because my other ex-girlfriend already has multiple personalities. She's invisible. She's my Uber driver. She's from Daytona. My ex-girlfriend and I were complete opposites. She's a white conservative from Kentucky. She's going to MAGA rallies chanting rednecks for Trump. I'm a brown liberal from New Jersey, so I'm going to Obamacare rallies chanting doctors for Kamala. Together, we're alienating all of society. She also has a racist uncle. He went on stage, he goes, I wish the TSA would harass Muslims more. I then went on stage, I'm like, did he actually say that? It turned out I was at a KKK meeting. Or was it a Kenny Chesney festival? Doesn't matter, because either way, it was in Daytona. So here's where the issue lied between us. It was her birthday, I really wanted to impress her, so I surprised her. Went to her place, got her balloons, flowers, gifts. She texted me, she said, why did you surprise me like that? What if my racist uncle was there? I'm like, no need to worry, I'll smart him if he sees me. I'll just say I'm Italian. I'm Ray Romano. I'm ambitious. My goal this year is to run a marathon. It's gonna take a lot of hard work and dedication, but my family will finally be proud of me when I prove to them that I can run my own gas station. It's a race joke. The reason that I enjoy telling that joke so much is because white comics can't steal it. To those of you that laughed, you are racist. And I love it almost as much as I love being mistaken for being a doctor in Daytona. My name is Fasil Malik. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or the no-fly list.